Let's connect. Welcome. This is Ricardo Castro with Nebraska Realty, Castro Realty Group. We're a team of 8 professionals serving the real estate market community in Nebraska and Iowa. We are at your service at 402-319-0093 and at our website, crghouses.com. I'm so happy today to bring you Crystal Wilson and Jovi de Miranda, 2 professionals, outstanding professionals, which I know they have the same passion. We share the same passion of serving our community. This is going to be a conversation where Crystal and Jovi are going to share their experiences, their personal and professional life. Hopefully, you guys feel free to get back with us via email or through our website with questions or always feedback is welcome for this show. Crystal, welcome.
Hi, thank you, Ricardo and Jovi. Thank you for having me.
Excellent. Jovi de Miranda.
Thank you again for having me here, Ricardo, and Crystal for accepting our invitation.
Jovi has been a part of our team for 5 years, around 5 years, and she's a personal friend of mine and my family since maybe 2005 or 6. And I know her family, I know what she does, I know what she has been doing for her family and our community. Crystal, I just had the pleasure to meet her a few months ago. I'm totally surprised and happy about the kind of professional you are and about the services not only your company does, what you can offer to our people. Crystal, please tell the public about yourself.
Awesome. Thank you, Ricardo. I'm so excited to be here. So I am an insurance broker. I am originally from California, San Diego, California, northern San Diego of California. I moved here in 2018 after my husband finished his enlistment in the Marine Corps. I have a background in insurance, collections, finance, loan servicing. And when I moved here, we also had twins. I have 2 twin boys that are 4 years old. So that was a big part of why we moved here. Coming to Nebraska from San Diego was a big difference. It was very quiet, but this is definitely the best place for us to put down roots and to raise our boys. Love the school, the low crime. The Hispanic community out here is so strong too, so we were very happy to come and plant everything here in Nebraska. I come from State Farm, so after moving here, I was working for a local State Farm agent in town, and that is where my love, I guess, for insurance began. It was totally unintentional, and I didn't see it coming. I didn't think I would ever end up in insurance. And now working so heavily in the Hispanic community, working all over Omaha, I'm licensed in Nebraska and Iowa. I'm happy to say that this is now my career. I've just opened my agency here in February of this year, working in both states on the home buying process, whether it's for a new buyer or for a real estate investor. But yeah, I'm here to serve. I'm excited.
I have to say that Crystal doesn't only offer professional service or her way to offer her insurance service. It's also what I heard about what the company Goosehead offers is pretty unique. I'm gladly surprised. Jovi, please tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I'm Jovi de Miranda. I am originally from Nicaragua. I grew up in New Orleans, and I made my home in Omaha, Nebraska 15 years ago.
15 years ago.
Yeah, and that's when I met Ricardo, and we've worked together in many, many capacities in the community, too. We got very involved with the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, which actually opened a lot of doors for me. I also have a background in insurance because I'm licensed in life and health, property and casualty. I also do taxes. And now my new part of my career, like you, Crystal, is the real estate. I'm an independent agent, part of Nebraska Realty with Castro Realty Group. I started with Ricardo as his admin and his office manager about 5 years ago. And after pretty much processing almost 900 transactions from the team in all those years, now I made the jump to be an independent agent. So really excited to go forward in that capacity.
I'm so glad you made that decision. Jovi knows a lot about our industry because she doesn't only know what a realtor knows and is supposed to know. She knows the inside of the behind the curtains of a purchase agreement, a listing transaction, and basically the whole thing from A to Z on a real estate transaction, serving families and investors. So there's a lot of experience with Jovi here. Crystal, you said you came from San Diego,
I did,
California. Nice. That's a beautiful city, right?
Yes.
But I'm glad that you made the same decision as me. I came from Miami,
Ah.
and as sunny and beauty everywhere. And
The weather, you
as
can't
San
beat the
Diego.
weather, yeah.
Exactly, but same thing as you. We made the decision to stay here and raise our kids here. It's Omaha and the Midwest offers a lot,
Yeah,
and I wouldn't
best
change
decision.
it. Yeah.
I agree.
Tell us about your agency.
Yes. So Goosehead Insurance is an independent insurance agency. And so we offer more than one insurance company. I think in the market you'll see very many State Farms, Allstates, I want to say the captive side of insurance. That insurance agent will only offer one product line, which is specifically to their own. As an independent broker, we offer very many. I am licensed in property and casualty, life and annuities, but we focus primarily on the property and the casualty, being the home, the auto, the boats, the trailers, the rental properties, the vacation homes, all of the above. And so we work very closely with, right now we offer more than 30 different companies between Nebraska and Iowa. We offer a utility concierge, so to realtors, this is huge, lenders, this is huge, being able to offer a free utility activation service when they close a homeowner's insurance policy with us as their insurance agent is key. I want to say that's my biggest selling point right now to other agents because it's huge. It's something that you can offer as something that you offer in a partnership with our agency. We have so much focus, like I said, on the home and the auto and really trying to dive in on giving one buyer many, many options. And so it's incredible to really pull as much data as we can and give them the option to really choose and customize their insurance, make them feel like they really are in power of how they choose to insure their home. We advise, we're the professionals, we're licensed, but at the same time it gives them the opportunity to really dive into their policy and understand it.
Could you explain a little more about the utility concierge? Because I bet there's some lenders watching us.
Yes. So after they bind their homeowner's insurance with us, we send over a deck page to the lender, and we actually essentially introduce a warm introduction to the buyer that there is a third party, a utility concierge is the actual name of the company, that will reach out to them within 24 hours and at least 2 weeks prior to their closing. They'll reach out, they give them a call. They're also bilingual, so they offer services in Spanish and in English. They'll gather a little bit of data. They'll take information as necessary for the property, any previous accounts already initiated, the water, the gas, the trash, and they also activate security system services. So they give them access to maybe some companies that offer security system services that can give a discount to the homeowner's policy that maybe they didn't know was accessible in their area or that they didn't realize was already in Nebraska or maybe a commercial that they've seen. And so it's great. It gives the service of protection on the homeowner's insurance, but now also access to further discounts if they activate a security system service.
That's excellent. I mean, last year, 2021, Yovi de Miranda helped us processing 256 transactions, 256 people and investors that we helped buying and selling properties. I wish we knew that before, right? About the utility concierge. That would help a lot. Yovi, could you tell me, maybe before jumping to the professional aspect, and what can you tell me about yourself? I mean, family-wise, hobbies.
Well, I have 3 boys. I have 5 grandchildren, 3 girls now and 2 boys. I have my mother who just turned 90, which is a blessing. Still with me, lives with me, and just like you, Crystal, and like Ricardo said, I did not know about the secret of Omaha.
Yeah.
You know, you're lucky that you're able to make that move when your children are so young. Yeah. I moved here after Katrina. I used to be in Louisiana, and that was like my reason why I moved here in my beginning. So Omaha is home and it's great. The people are wonderful. It's a small, growing city, and our community is super strong. You know, our Latin community is wonderful because you don't only have a base of just Mexicans, you have a strong base of people from South America, you know, Peruvians, Brazilians, and Ecuadorian, Colombian, Venezuelan. And then we have a nice sized community from El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras. Not as many Nicaraguan, but we're trying to get there.
It's growing. It's growing.
It's growing. Hey, we have our own half restaurant now. So we're growing, and it's a great place to settle roots and start a new business
I agree.
and go forward.
There's so much capability here. I think that's
Yes.
probably the most exciting part.
Before the people call you for hiring your services, is there any hobby that they need to know regarding you or your family?
Yes, I love to shoot trap. I think a lot of people don't know that when they see me. Shotguns are my favorite
I would
thing.
imagine.
I know. It's one of my favorite. It's where I can just go and kind of just get away, turn off the phone, or leave it in my car. And I love trap. I shoot skeet. Really trying to shoot skeet. It's very difficult. But right now, shooting trap is probably my favorite thing. Sporting clays are another one of my favorite things. There's a spot down in Brainerd, Nebraska. It's like about a little over an hour away. And I will just go out and escape for 3.5 hours, and it's the best time of my life. Yeah.
Excellent.
That sounds like fun.
It is very fun. We gotta go. I gotta take you.
Yes.
In this industry, in our industry, we need to find some time for ourselves.
Yeah.
To escape.
For our people who hear and listen to us and realize about what we do for the community in business-wise, I mean, it takes some of our, it brings some stress too, but it's the final result, it's always so nice to see so many families owning houses or, creating traditions and properties. In your case, you and your industry and mine, we work pretty close together.
Yeah, they merge.
So yes, we have a family too, and we need to share with them, and we need to relax ourselves too. Jovi, what is the main reason you decided to become a realtor?
Well, working as the admin for a very productive team, because our Castro Realty Group has been in the top medium team in Nebraska Realty. When I started, it was like 650 agents, and now they have a little bit over 950. Mm-hmm. So to be able to be recognized like that is top production. And there were many things that as an admin I could not do because I wasn't licensed. So I was always having to go back to the agent. Can you sign here? Can you send this to your client? Can you get this and that? And then getting licensed was the next best step because I was able to process a lot of things ahead of time. And then after all the experience in the back end, kind of like you got your experience working for an independent agent.
Yeah.
So then seeing all of that allowed you to then move.
It was like a slingshot.
Going. So that's what has helped me too, that I've been able to know situations that a lot of the agents that I see now, they'll ask a question and I'll say, well, did you try this? And I'm like, well, I didn't think about that. But it just comes because I was exposed to those kind of things. So that was part of the reason to move forward.
A lot of one of the reasons of the big production that our team had and has is Jovi, because what people see is the realtor showing houses, talking to the lender, or bringing the client to the lender, or in our case sometimes translating, being in contact with an insurance agent. But what people don't realize is those aspects, and also the documentation and also the deadlines, and everything is pretty time sensitive, and we deal a lot with legal documents. And Jovi was in charge of that in our office for many years. So the big plus that she's bringing at this point is that she already knows every single detail on a transaction, not only going and showing houses and negotiating the houses for agents, for the clients. Crystal, on you said you were with a different agent before. What would be the main difference or aspect that you think Goosehead with you offer in compare, not to that specific person or agent, to some other insurance agents in town?
Yeah, I think it's so much, especially if you come from the captive side. You feel like your hands are tied, because you have one person coming in and they're looking for quotes and they really want to get the best price. You're the fourth person they've talked to, and they sit down, and then it's very competitive. And then unfortunately, if you can't give them the best price, then you really lose the sale entirely. The likelihood of you getting the auto, getting the life insurance, getting the homeowner's insurance, and some of the captive companies, they offer just so many different products, so you feel a lot of the pressure. Right now, as a captive, I feel more relaxed in what I'm doing because the pressure is really taken away. We also use DocuSign. So everything that we do, we can send it electronically. The buyer is already used to the process of getting .lib, and all the stuff's coming in. And so we can kind of pick up where they're trusting the process to close on this house, and we kind of pick up from there and then continue it. And so that's been more relaxed. We've taken away the pressure of selling more. We just want to get these folks insured properly. We want to get their auto insurance insured properly. If there's anything else that we can captivate on, that we can really take on, the boats, the second homes, the investment properties, we can always work on that. Once that's been established on the home and the auto side, it's an easier conversation to have without feeling the weight of the pressure of such a big company, like the captives of the world, the State Farms and the Allstates. And so I think that would be the biggest takeaway, is that the pressure is gone. It feels more comfortable. We're trying to help the lenders and the realtors really close the deal and get the price right. And I have the power to win 90% of the time. That's a percentage I really like.
Excellent. When you guys come to our office and we have a purchase agreement accepted, what you don't see is the communication behind, in order for you to close in 30 days or 45 days, to have the keys of your house. In order to have the house, you need an insurance policy.
Yeah.
So there's got to be a lot of communication, and that's what we are always looking for. Yobi, what can you tell us about the industry at this point? Either in your own experience, what you do.
Well, lately with the difference in the interest rate going up, it has kind of been less of a seller's market, because before the sellers were the ones that had more control over it, and you had buyers that were exceeding the price to be able to get into their house. Now we're seeing that the houses are still selling at a higher price, but it's not as competitive. Okay? But what we tell everybody at this moment is it's always better to own than to rent. So one of the great things is that when you make connections and partnership like Crystal, who has access to this 30 plus companies, a lot of lenders take into account how much the insurance policy is going to cost.
Help determine the payment.
Exactly, when they do their payment, and when they're doing the whole debt to ratio and all of that, one of the advantages with someone like you, what you have to offer in your company is that it can make a difference because, getting a policy that's maybe $200 less could be the difference in somebody,
Exactly.
closing and qualifying, that kind of thing. So that's wonderful. The other thing is that we always say is we also have great connections and partnerships with many lenders. And with that said, there's many lenders that have different programs.
Yeah.
So we have lenders, you could go to any lender, but there's always some that might have an in-house type of program that will offer you something that maybe Wells Fargo doesn't. Or maybe U.S. Bank doesn't. Or a lot of times we find that smaller banks or local banks will give you other opportunities that larger banks will not. So it doesn't really mean that you have to go with the bank you do your regular checking or savings. So with that said, in the industry, there's still a lot of movement. There's still a lot of sales. And the fact that the interest has been going up and down doesn't mean you can't buy. Because Ricardo, we went to a presentation not too long ago with a lender, and one of the things that they showed us that was amazing was they showed us how somebody who rents right now and somebody who buys right now, with the difference in interest, you still get to have equity in that house within 2 years. Exactly. While you're paying what you're paying in rent, and your rent is going to go up next year, but you have nothing other than you have to put more out. Yeah. So,
Exactly.
That's a great advantage.
Exactly.
It's a lot of points.
We are in our team, and with Crystal too, we are all about education. And it's funny because I asked a question to Yobi, and she's already educating you. She's already explaining you how the market is going. She's already explaining you how that interest rate could impact. And the same thing, the insurance policy could impact your monthly payment, what you're gonna lose or win in case you decide not to buy now or later. Of course, Yobi can go in detail. If you call her and reach out to her, where can they reach out to you?
Well, you can always call our office at 402-319-0093. You can reach out to us through our website. We get messages through there, which is www.crghouses.com. And also you can reach me directly at 531-772-5943.
Excellent. And be aware that actually we are joining forces with Crystal and other professionals in order to provide some education. And of course, be sure that we're gonna do workshops in English as well, and in different locations, and in West Omaha, Papillion, anywhere. And if you contact us and you ask us maybe to join forces. Sometimes we did with non-profits, non-for-profits, or with churches, and we did classes there. I actually was invited to talk to high school students in about 2 weeks now. So, and one of the members of our team is going to talk to Creighton students too. So please, it's as much knowledge you have about the process to buying a house. It helps you on the planning process. So you 6 months, 3 months, or 3 years later to purchase a house. You get prepared and ready. Crystal, what do you think the real estate changing, the way it's changing lately, my industry, is that affecting your industry in some aspects?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to say in many ways. Obviously, we work very closely with home buyers, and so on the real estate side, on the lending side, that's where we get a lot of our lead focus from. But now it's allowed us to merge into a new market, which is reshopping insurance. And so, hey, I know you weren't able to buy your home today, and we're so sorry. Maybe the process unfortunately had to abruptly stop. But now let's open up some income. Where can we potentially save you money on your already existing home and your auto insurance to help position you to have better financial stability the next time that you essentially go through the process again? It has impacted us, but now it gives us time to really hone in on a different market, which is getting people to shop their insurance. It costs absolutely nothing. We actually use this QR code that you can scan or click. We can share the link here hopefully in the video, and that link takes you to a page that is completely private, and it helps run a quote for you so that you can actually quote your own insurance. It takes less than 2 minutes, doesn't require very much information, and you can populate quotes with the insurance companies that we quote with.
So they can go through here, they can click the link that is going to show in the screen, and also they can reach you where?
So you can call me on my phone. My phone is my office phone and my cell phone, 402-973-8363.
Excellent. And you're located at?
I am located in Omaha, Nebraska. So we are officed off of Cornhusker and 168th, but I travel everywhere. My laptop is my office, and so you'll find me at real estate offices, lending offices, title agencies. I will go where my clients are, and so that's a big, I would say, a big part of the way that I do business. And so you can really, I office all over Omaha.
Yobi, what can you tell the public? Of course, you already said something pretty important. They should look for you because you provide education and information. Any other reason why they should call you tomorrow in order to start looking for houses?
Well, I have been very involved in the community. So I also I've had the experience of dealing in the back end with all the agents that have been either in the listing side or the buying side for the members of our team. So a lot of them know me. So I also can be available anywhere around the Omaha area, west, south, north. And also I think that the fact that I'm bilingual and I've been blessed to have the resources that I've come across being part of your team, Ricardo, gives me an advantage with a lot of people that don't have that.
And I have to add, Yobi is used to deal with investors, which is you gotta be a realtor with knowledge in order to learn how to help and guide investors, and Yobi has that knowledge. Yobi is also, because of her background in insurance and in accounting too, and in bookkeeping, Yobi can guide people and in order for them to reach the goals. In the case of investors, is basically to make money out of that real estate investment. investors are landlords or flippers, Jovi knows those two aspects of the real estate industry. What could you tell why they should start calling you? The public should start calling you, Crystal.
You should call me today to see if I can save you some money on your auto insurance and your homeowner's insurance. But more importantly, I think you're going to have a lot of fun. Insurance, I don't think, should be as difficult as you might see it. You'll see so many options when it comes to insurance, but I guarantee we'll have a good time. We'll figure out, if not one company, we can find the best price with multiple companies, and the choice is yours. And so, yeah, hopefully you'll have a good time.
Crystal Wilson with Goosehead offers you good prices, outstanding policies, knowledge, communication with realtors, but also she offers something pretty unique, a huge smile. She's well recognized with a huge smile always. We just met about a few months ago, and she is. I went to college for marketing. Your name is top of mind, basically the way you help. We don't want to finish this show, but we have to. Please, if you can just say a last word for our audience too.
Well, we wanted to let you know that we help everybody. There is options for everyone, and if you're not in a position to be able to buy right now, we can actually try to connect you with the right partner that we work with to help you get to where you want to be. It might be 3 months from now, it might be 6 months from now, but don't stop making the call to get your goals and your dreams come true.
Once again, what phone number they can reach you out?
You can reach me at 531-772-5943, or you can call our office at 402-319-0093.
Jovi de Miranda, Castro Realty Group. How about you, Crystal?
Buy the house so that I can insure it.
What is the phone number they can reach you?
402-973-8363.
Okay. Thank you all. Thanks again for letting us be in your screen. And please give us a call or check our website, crghouses.com. Our office number, 402-319-0093. All we do here in our office is real estate. But part of our duties are to connect you with the professionals in order to make the whole process smooth and you get the most value of your investment. Thank you and see you guys like in 2 weeks, I think.